brand new flagship product has entered the market, and these are the 1MORE EVO true wireless earbuds. And I'm going to be answering the question on everybody's lips, and that is, can these compete with the best? As usual, I'll be covering the pros and the cons, and I'll be giving you the information that you need if you're thinking about picking up a pair of these earbuds. 1MORE did send these in for this review, but as always, you'll be getting my honest and unfiltered opinion. And I'm going to be pitching these head to head with the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro and the Edifier Neobuds Pro, so do watch till the end of the video to see who comes out on top. And with all that said, let's get into the review. And before we do so, do me a favour and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And if you find the video helpful today, hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. So without any further ado, let's talk about some of the key specifications. And what I will say is that on paper, these are highly impressive if you look at the specs that these guys are bringing. So we have got a 10mm dynamic driver working with a balanced armature. So we've got a dual driver setup here. We've got adaptive hybrid active noise cancellation. We've got LDAC codec, which is bringing us high-res wireless audio. We've got dual mode transparency. So again, along with the adaptive ANC and a number of options in there, we've got two options within the transparency mode. We've got personalized sound with sound ID. So again, we'll talk about the sound quality later in the video. We've got a total of 6 mics for clear calls, and we'll be testing that out in the call quality samples. We have got wireless charging on board as well. So all in all, quite impressive when it comes to the lineup in terms of the specifications. Let's look at the battery life. We've got a total of 28 hours with ANC off, so 20 on the case and a total of 8 on the earbud is the advertised amount there. With ANC on, that does drop as expected to a total of 20 with 40.5 on the case and 5.5 on the earbuds. However, we do also have an excellent fast charge feature, which is going to give you 4 hours playtime from a 15-minute charge. Highly impressive stuff there from 1MORE. So this is 1MORE's flagship product, and the premium experience starts right from the unboxing. As you can see there, nice, smart and professional box. Everything that you'd inspect inside. And looking at the buds themselves, so these have come in the white. They are also available in the black as well. And it's a nice compact case. It's not the smallest on the market, but it's a decent size. And considering the battery life and the wireless charging that you get in with this, I think it's impressive. When we come to look at the earbuds themselves, again, there is somewhere in the middle in terms of size, but they're designed very ergonomically. They are very comfortable in the ear, and I've had no issues at all with comfort. I have swapped out the ear tips with a pair of the SpinFit CP 1025s. That has improved the seal for me. Takes some time switching out the options that come inside the box, and if you're not getting a good seal, consider the SpinFits. So all in all, really happy with the build quality. It's almost got a sort of cold metallic feel to the charging case, and it's, you know, these are a sturdy products overall. Really nice design, and like I said, some of the more comfortable options out there on the market at the moment. So let's move on and talk about the controls on this product. So we are getting touch controls. There's a nice large touch surface on each of the earbuds, and it's a nice glass finish, a really nice premium feel on these. But we're not getting control over everything, so it is disappointing. The responsiveness is great, no issues there, but we're only getting a double tap and a triple tap. So you are limited in terms of what you can control. We have got obviously auto pause. So there is an option where you can drop the play and pause and still have control over track forward back and volume. but you can't customize the long press. That will always be the toggle on the ANC and transparency mode, and there's no single tap. So disappointing. For me, this is a quick win. Get your controls right, and it just adds to the experience. It just allows you to feel in control. So I am disappointed with the controls. Talking about the ANC and the transparency modes, obviously within the app, as you can see there, we are getting 4 different options when it comes to the ANC: strong, mild, wind noise reduction, and an adaptive mode. The ANC is excellent on this pair, and we'll compare them against the Soundcore and the Edifier later in the video, but they are excellent, very effective. The wind noise reduction is excellent and works really well. I've tested that outside in windy conditions. Excellent. In terms of the transparency mode, again, really good. We are getting 2 modes, a pass-through mode and a voice enhancement mode. So again, good to have that. Say you're making phone calls, or you want to talk to people around you, but not take out the earbuds. The voice enhancement mode is working really well. So all in all, the performance on these guys for the ANC and transparency is excellent. So as I said at the top of the video, the 1MORE EVO are using the Sound ID feature, which allows you to go in and make a number of choices around sound signature in order to create your personalised EQ. And what I've said on previous 1MORE reviews is that it does work well, but out of the box these guys sound really flat, really lifeless, and quite surprising that they're almost unlistenable. But once you apply that Sound ID, it's the same as things like the Comfort Buds Mini. It brings it to life. Everything sparks into life, and it sounds really good on the whole. I have got some criticism of this whole system though, and for me, my frustration has been wanting to tweak that Sound ID to my own taste. So I've gone through the process, sounds really good, but then over time, I'm really missing that sort of control that you get with an EQ setting. So we're not getting any EQ settings here, and I do think that's a drawback on this product. I am finding that when I undertake the Sound ID, and I have repeated the process a couple of times in order to get that sound that I'm fully satisfied with, and I just think it's a missed opportunity, because give us Sound ID and give us some presets, and that way you can make that decision. You can do your personalised hearing test, or you can go in and choose your EQ. So feedback for 1MORE would be, these guys sound good, but I think they could sound better. And just to describe the sound a little bit further, so I have undertaken the Sound ID. First time round, unfortunately it came out a little bit bass heavy, but I did repeat the exercise, and I've got them sounding really good. Extremely dynamic, what you would expect from a 1MORE product. The tuning on these is excellent. When it comes to the bass, we're getting some real nice sub bass in there, but the highs are nice and crispy. There's some nice detail. The soundstage is excellent. When it comes to the mids, again, I'd probably boost them up a little bit more if I could, but they are nice and rich in the middle. Overall, it's a highly satisfying sound. Like I said, I just wanted to make some adjustments to that, and that's just not possible. But I do think the vast majority of people will be really happy with the sound quality. I just think over time, my personal preference is around having that control, having that manual EQ along with presets. And moving on to the comparison section now, it is something that the vast majority of products in this price range are offering. So I do think it's a drawback. But let's take a look. So obviously we've got the Liberty 3 Pro, and we have got the Earbuds Pro here, and I'm just going to talk about performance on active noise cancellation to start with. So all in all, the 1MOREs are coming in right bang in the middle, so they're not as strong and effective as the Edifier in my testing. However, there is more adaptability. We have got those different modes, but in terms of overall strength, the win goes to the Edifier. When we talk about transparency mode, the win's going to go to the sound core. So there has been some improvements with firmware updates over time, and I think Soundcore have got this transparency mode, you know, almost perfect. The edifiers is decent, but there's too much white noise. And again, the One More is somewhere in the middle, doing a really good job, but not quite reaching the quality that we've got on the Soundcore. Next, coming to sound quality then. So again, you know, it's a close contest. So we've got 3 dual driver products here, and the way that I would see this is number 1 is going to be the Soundcore, because with the Soundcore you've got that full adjustability. Things like the level of detail that you're getting with the Soundcores, once you've gone in and made those adjustments, is unrivaled, I think, in this price point at the moment in this market. The edifiers are coming in not too far behind the Soundcore, because again, we have got that full manual EQ. There's a fantastic preset in the edifiers called Dynamic, and for me that's the setting that is perfect for me. I feel like the bass is slightly more robust and stronger on the edifier if you're into that. And then again, just overall sound tuning, I think it's a more cohesive sound signature than you're getting with the One More. So I am ranking the One More's 3rd on this list for sound quality. But when you consider all the other features and the performance, not to mention dual connect, so obviously the Soundcore have got it, but the edifiers haven't. Bear in mind the edifiers don't have wireless charging, don't have auto pause. So again, they're a little bit more feature light than the One Mores. And finally, call quality. So the One Mores have been excellent when it comes to call quality. And we will finish the video with a full set of samples, but I was highly impressed particularly with the noise reduction on the One Mores. But you can make your own judgments at the end of the video and leave me a comment below. So just to wrap things up then, like I said, this is a big release from One More. Coming out, like I said, $169, right in that kind of premium budget range, direct competitors to the Soundcores, things like the Techniques as well, and all the numerous other high quality releases in this market. The competition is fierce. I would recommend these at the discount price, so you can get $30 off, and for me that brings the price down into what I would consider a more reasonable zone. I do think at the full RRP, you're pushing it in terms of the performance against some of the other competitors. But, like anything, the price will come down over time. The market is so fierce that these little basic things that I think One More have unfortunately not quite got right is going to affect that overall judgment. But like I said, overall, I have been really happy with the product. There's just a couple of areas for improvement. I do think these are things that could be changed with firmware updates and updates to the app. So hopefully One More will listen to that feedback. But that's been my review, guys. So all in all, big release here. Really pleased to bring you this review. Please do leave me a comment if you've got any questions about the product that I've not covered. You think about picking it up. I'll get back to you on those. As always, please do subscribe if you've not already done so. It doesn't cost a penny to you, but it helps me immensely in terms of growing the channel. And the more subscribers I get, the more products I can bring you on the channel to be reviewed. So thanks again, hit that like button. With all that said, I'll see you on the next one. Let's move over to the call quality samples for the 1MORE EVO. This is a call quality test with the Edifier Earbuds Pro in a quiet environment. This is a call quality test with the Edifier Earbuds Pro in a noisy environment. This is a call quality test with the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro in a quiet environment. This is a call quality test with the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro in a noisy environment. This is a call quality test with the 1MORE EVO in a quiet environment. This is a call quality test with a 1MORE EVO in a noisy environment.